morning. You're watching the Indian Express. I'm Charulata Biswas. Let's begin your day with the big story. The military leadership has ruled out the rollback of the Agnipath scheme even as thousands of aspirants continue to protest across the country, and many opposition parties also lend their support to the protesters, asking the government to rethink or roll back the new policy. Now, Lieutenant General Anil Puri, who is the Additional Secretary of Department of Military Affairs, warned during a press conference that every individual who wants to join Agniveer will have to pledge that he has not participated in the protest or vandalism. Now, consider this. Official records show a big shortfall in the number of ex-servicemen recruited for government jobs as compared to the vacancies reserved for them. Some aspirants speak out. A 21-year-old aspirant told the Indian Express, "I'm working hard to get employed without any pension and medical benefits and no assurance of another job. How would a politician react if there is a law to allow him to become an MP or an MLA just for one term?" Part 3 of an Express investigation into the proposed changes in NCERT textbooks under its latest rationalization exercise shows that content on Islamic rulers has suffered deep cuts. Here's what we found. Number 1, most of the changes related to Muslim rulers have been made in one textbook. Several pages on the Delhi Sultanate, ruled by many dynasties including the Mamluks, Tughlaqs, Khaljis and Lodhis, and the Mughal Empire have been removed from the Class 7 history textbook, Our Pasts Part 2. And in the Class 12th history textbook, the chapter Kings and Chronicles, the Mughal Courts, Themes in Indian History Part 2 has been deleted as well. Moving on, in an interview with the Indian Express, Congress leader and independent Rajya Sabha MP Kapil Sibal speaks on the Enforcement Directorate questioning Rahul Gandhi and other opposition leaders, the need for the opposition to speak in one voice and the government's Agnipath scheme. You can read the interview only in Indian Express. The Hindus and Alternative History, a book by Wendy, one of the world's foremost scholars of Hinduism, Sanskrit and mythology, had to be withdrawn after a campaign against it in India in 2014. At an idea exchange, Donjir speaks about how she discovered Sanskrit and Hinduism, the backlash over her most successful book, and why at its core Hinduism has always been diverse. Let's have a look at the front page. While steel and cement are witnessing an uptick in demand, automobile and consumer goods continue to lag. Analysts said 75 to 80% capacity utilization ratio of actual output to the potential output that can be produced under normal condition needs to be sustained over 3 to 4 quarters for it to translate into an expansionary drive by the industry. But experts are of the view that tighter monetary policy conditions and subdued demand may weigh on the investment sentiment. In separate incidents, 2 SpiceJet aircraft returned to their airports of origin shortly after takeoff on Sunday, with one suffering a bird hit in Patna and the other from Delhi facing a technical glitch that led to the cabin pressurization issue. In a third incident, an Indigo aircraft turned back to Guwahati a few minutes after takeoff due to a bird hit. All the 3 incidents will be probed by the Aviation Safety Regulator DGCA. A 50-year-old Mumbai police inspector has emerged as the go-to person for the Maharashtra government to investigate major cases that are being seen as politically sensitive. The Indian Express has learned that Mumbai Police's Sanjay Mohite was picked by City Police Commissioner Sanjay Pandey to handle these cases, including an inquiry against a senior IPS officer who has been accused by a retired officer of having links with a gangster. Here are the must-reads. India will be taking over an ambitious hydropower project in Nepal, West Seti, nearly 4 years after China withdrew from it, ending a 6-year engagement between 2012 and 2018. What can this mean for the future of India-Nepal ties and other hydropower projects in the region when competition is bound to be tough? Before his return to action for the first time since winning Olympic gold javelin thrower Neeraj Chopra met Jan, the supreme deity of the javelin faithful, while training in Turkey. There was a time when Zelensky's YouTube videos would regularly eat most of Chopra's mobile data. In fact, it would become an obsession for the teenager from Khandra, because in the world of track and field, the run-up is considered a work of art. And in today's 3 Things podcast, we talk about the reaction of defense aspirants and veterans to the Agnipath scheme amidst escalating protests, Northeast India's increasing number of big floods, and India's poor rank on the Environment Performance Index. That's all we have for today. For more news and updates, subscribe to our channel, The Indian Express. Thank you so much for watching.